The Ceribell system is composed of a handheld EEG recorder, a single-use headband containing 10 electrodes, and a web portal for storing and reviewing EEGs. In this video, we will cover general guidelines for using the portal, logging in, selecting an EEG, reviewing an EEG. The Ceribell EEG portal allows you to review patient EEGs. It is designed to be simple, efficient, and fast. The portal can be accessed from anywhere using a web browser on your PC, tablet, or smartphone, as long as you have an internet connection. On a smartphone or tablet, EEGs are best viewed in landscape mode. The EEG portal is only accessible through a web browser. Compatible web browsers include Chrome, Firefox, Safari, and Edge. We recommend Google Chrome for the best performance. When an EEG recording starts, data is uploaded to the portal in real time. A new segment of EEG will be added to the screen every 4 minutes as long as the EEG recorder is connected to the hospital Wi-Fi network. To access the portal, go to eeg.ceribell.com or go to ceribell.com and click on EEG Portal in the upper right corner. Enter your username and password to log in. You should have received an email with your login information to the portal. Please check to make sure that you can successfully log in. If you have forgotten your password, click the Forgot Password link and follow the instructions to reset your password. After logging in, you will be taken to the patient list page. On this page, you will see all EEGs associated with your hospital or organization. You can search the patient list by patient name, medical ID, or the EEG session date. You can also filter the patient list by whether or not the EEG session has been marked as reviewed. If you have reading privileges at multiple hospitals, you will also be able to filter the patient list by hospital. To view an EEG session, simply click on it. The Ceribell EEG system uses a fixed bipolar montage with 4 channels on the left hemisphere and 4 channels on the right hemisphere. When viewing an EEG session, the left channels are displayed on top, from frontal to occipital, followed by the right channels, also from frontal to occipital. Each channel is labeled with the electrode numbers from the Ceribell EEG headband, as well as the corresponding locations using the 1020 system. The navigation buttons allow you to move through the EEG session. Press the play button to start and stop automatic playback. You can also use the spacebar on your keyboard to start and stop playback. The speed control button allows you to select 1x, 2x, or 3x playback speed. Using 10-second pages, at 1x speed it will take about 3 minutes to review a 1-hour EEG. At 2x speed it will take about 1.5 minutes, and at 3x speed it will take about 1 minute. The single arrow buttons allow you to advance or rewind by 1 second at a time. The double arrow buttons allow you to advance or rewind by 1 page at a time. You can also use the left and right arrow keys on your keyboard to move 1 page at a time. Filter, scale or gain, and display page size settings can be set using the drop-down menus at the top of the page. The display selector sets the width of each page in seconds. On the EEG display, 1-second increments are shown with dashed gray lines. The scale selector sets vertical scale for each channel in microvolts. For example, when the scale is set to 50 microvolts, the range for each channel goes from -50 to +50 microvolts. Signals are automatically clipped so that they stay within their designated channel area. The vertical scale can also be adjusted by pressing the up and down arrow keys on your keyboard. The high pass selector sets the high pass filter setting, also known as the low frequency cutoff. The low pass selector sets the low pass filter setting, also known as the high frequency cutoff. The notch button controls the mains frequency notch filter. You can select a 60 Hz filter, a 50 Hz filter, or no notch filter. The EEG view settings can be hidden by pressing the settings button in the upper right. This creates more space on the screen for viewing the EEG. The timeline bar indicates your current location in the EEG session. The bar is shaded dark gray for sections that you have already viewed. You can click on the timeline bar to jump to different sections of the recording. Annotations are shown on the timeline bar as colored lines. The annotations are color-coded as blue, green, or red depending on the type of annotation. Blue lines indicate automatic annotations that were made by the EEG recorder. The automatic annotations include sonification annotations that show when the user listened to the EEG using the brain stethoscope function. The automatic annotations also include impedance annotations that show when the user paused the recording to check and fix electrode connections. Green lines indicate annotations that are made at the bedside by the user. The bedside annotations include preset tags to indicate events such as patient movement or a possible seizure. The bedside annotations can also include free text notes entered by the user. Red lines indicate annotations made by reviewers reading the EEG on the EEG portal. To create annotation, right-click on the EEG display at the location you wish to annotate. Enter your note and click the Insert button. You can view a list of annotations by pressing the Annotations button. You can search and filter this list of annotations. Clicking on any annotation will navigate to the location of that annotation. By default, all annotations are shown in this list, but you can filter the list by unselecting annotation types that you do not wish to view. You can also search the annotations list by typing text into the search bar. The EEG portal provides you with a report template that is automatically pre-populated with information about the patient and the EEG session. This report can be easily copied and pasted into your hospital's EMR system. Click the Report button. Enter any impressions or comments, then click the Save and Close button. To copy the report into your EMR system, you must first save the report. Then click the Report button to reopen the report and click the Copy button. You can now paste the report into your EMR window. You can also click Download to save the report as a text file. Once you have completed reviewing an EEG and have written your report, click the Reviewed button. This will mark the session as reviewed in the patient list so that you and others will know which EEGs have already been reviewed. Also at the top right of the screen is a Send Feedback link. Ceribell welcomes your feedback and suggestions for improvement. If you have any questions while using the Ceribell system, you can always contact Ceribell Technical Support by email or telephone. The contact information for technical support is located on the Ceribell website and also on the back of all Ceribell EEG recorders.